Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'll take it, but holy smokes. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as stocks went nuts today. We have a lot to cover, from what's going on with the Middle East to these charts to stocks that I'm looking at, right? What I'm doing in this market as we're up one day, down the next. The news is changing. We had oil at 120 a barrel. Now it's at 86 a barrel as of this video. Guys, there's a lot going on. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, how I'm investing, how I'm trading in this market. And if you want to be a part of the private Discord, all that's linked down below, pinned in the comments. And now, guys, enough of that. Let's get into it. So again, talk about a crazy day, man. This market has been insane. We were at 583 on the Qs in the overnight market. And we ended up closing at what? 607. We hit 610 at the peak. We're talking about a 4.5% spread right there, guys. And oil, let me show you this. I'm sure a lot of you saw this already, but oil went from 119 a barrel, 120. We might as well round up. Now it's at 85 a barrel. It actually got down at 82 a barrel after we got news that, hey, this war might be ending pretty soon here. That's what Trump's saying, which who knows what's going to happen, right? We'll talk about that here in a second. I'll pull up some of these live updates here, guys. But yeah, oil is tanking, which obviously the high price of oil was putting pressure on inflation. A lot of people were freaking out about that, economists, right? And now that we're back under 85, there's still obviously inflation risks here. Oil could still go over 100 a barrel again, but uncertainty has come down a bit, right? Stocks are going through the roof, and it's clearly 120 a barrel is a lot worse than 85 a barrel. And at this point, if I look here on, let's say, the 20-day chart, the chart on oil is starting to break down here. We took out the 50 SMA on this 1 hour chart, and now we're right above the 180 SMA, and you're seeing on this 30-minute chart, same thing. We're slightly above the 180, so if this breaks, if we take out, let's say, 80, 85 on crude, which we're there now, on the charts, that would be a big technical break. So we're almost there. And by the way, the VIX went down 13.5% today. We hit 35 yesterday, and now it's at 25 as of today's close. So that's how we're looking right now, guys. And the Qs, going back here quickly, we are testing the top of this downtrending channel right now, which we are seeing resistance. So it's not out of the woods yet until it takes out 610, 615. We're not there yet, but it had a great day. It had a great day, no doubt. But don't get too excited. This could still be a sucker's rally. It really could be. But the second we really get confirmation that, okay, things are ending here, oil starts coming lower, okay, we're just going to rip out of here. We know that, right? But we're not there yet. We're at 608 as of this video. 607, actually. It's slipping to 606 in the aftermarket. But I think we take 610 out soon. 615. It obviously has to do with what's going on overseas. And when the market realizes, again, oh, this is going to conclude pretty soon here, we're going to see markets go bananas. So let me pull this up quickly here, guys. I mean, there's nothing crazy here, but these are some live updates. I guess we can run through these really, really quickly. So we can see Wall Street erases a big loss and closes higher as oil prices fall, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, anything really important there? Now, we kind of mentioned that already. Brazilian and South African, presidents voice concern over the situation. Let's see, what did Trump say? I swear there was, he was on CBS News. He said, I think the war is very complete, pretty much. He said, or Trump, or it looks like one of the reporters said that's what Trump said. He said they have no Navy, no communications. They've got no Air Force. Let's see, asked about the Strait of Hormuz, Trump told this reporter that ships continue to move through the vital shipping channel, but that he is thinking about taking it over. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. And I made a video about how, this could be about China. Part of it's about China, gaining access or gaining strength over the strait, because 55 to 45% of China's oil gets passed through the strait. And yes, they can get oil elsewhere, Russia, Angola, you know what I mean? All these other places. But if the U.S. can get more access, control over the strait, that's going to affect China. And that's partially why, Trump is doing this. The U.S. is doing this, in my opinion. Let's see. Trump has a call with Putin, to discuss what's going on in the Middle East. Let's see here. Trump offered his assessment of the developing situation in the context of the ongoing U.S.-Israeli operation. The two leaders had a specific and useful exchange of views, blah, blah, blah. But really, guys, the main reason why the market's moving is because, again, we might see this end sooner rather than later, which is, we all know, we've known this, that is what the market's going to move on. When we know it's going to, or when it gets the sign that, okay, this is ending pretty soon here. We've said this for days now, and the second the market gets a sight of that, boom, look at that green. VIX down, oil down. But again, we just have to take out this spot on the Qs at about 610. So I'm going to set my alert there right now. Let me do that. 610, mark is at or above. We'll do one on SPY as well. Why not? Which, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention, we had, let's see how much these indices went up. SPY went up 0.9% on the day, so almost 1% today, guys, which is insane. I'll set my alert at 680 on SPY. Mark is at or above. The Qs went up 1.3%. Silver 3% up. Gold went down about 0.25%. Not bad. Let's see. I mean, you'd think gold would be up to 6,000 during this situation, or at least 5,500, but no, it's at 5,100. A little disappointing there, but I mean, come on, you can't complain too much considering how much gold is up. I mean, look, I remember buying gold in like 2020, maybe 21. For like 1,500 an ounce. So cry me a freaking river, guys. It's at 5,100. I mean, look, we're up a lot. But hey, you would think with, uncertainty, things in the Middle East, gold would be higher, but it's not. Whatever. The Russell had a 1.1% green day as the Dow went up 0.5%. Pretty good day, again, across the board here. So at this point, guys, I did not do a thing today. I didn't buy a single stock. I didn't sell either. I'm just holding on to what I have, and I'm just playing cautious here because, again, we're not out of the woods yet. Sure, Trump's saying now that things might end pretty soon here, but he might say something else tomorrow or the next day. You know what I mean? Which could send stocks lower. So we're still in a high volatility environment. Oil could still go higher. You have to realize that. And for me, with that in mind, I did deploy cash into my portfolio today, but I did not put that to work yet. Because look, if we see this dump off, right? We get this dump off, we're going to get some better deals over the coming days. And if we don't get the dump off, so be it. I don't care. I'm invested. If this breaks out, beautiful. All good. So for me, guys, I'm keeping cash for a buffer. I'm not rushing to buy into this breakout, quote unquote. I'm just playing it safe, but I'm taking it for what it is. We're seeing a nice green day. It's beautiful. We're seeing light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, but we're not fully there yet. Keep that in mind. And things could turn on a dime tomorrow. We all know how President Donald Trump is, right? Who knows what's going to happen? It's the unknown, and the market kind of realizes that too. So don't be surprised if we drop on a dime, not saying tomorrow, but maybe the next day, maybe in a couple days, we get some more downside, more volatility for sure. I don't think that's done. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not too excited here. I'm not buying a bunch. Oh my God, I'm keeping it safe. I'm still invested, and I'm being nimble, like I was saying in my previous videos today. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And for me, the main stock I'm eyeing up now, I guess I'll give you one here, which we covered 100 times already the last couple of days. Coherent, which insane move here. It's back over 250 now, guys. Coherent, I added here last week. It got down to 218 in the overnight market. It got down to like 230 by the time we opened up, and we ripped into close on that news that we covered with the, as the whole market ran. So Coherent's one that I think, yeah, it could see some more choppiness. But I like this for $300 a share, guys. I think it's going back there. I don't know when. I don't know, if it is for sure. But I'm in it, and I'm banking on it. I think it does get back there, and that's my sell target for now on Coherent. $300 a share, and the momentum that's been in this stock has been insane. The deal with NVIDIA, the fundamentals are just getting better, right? Only getting better. So, yeah, I like Coherent here. Momentum's there. If the whole market turns to the upside over the next couple of days, who knows, right? On the other scenario here, let's say it's not a bull trap. Let's say it's a legit rally. I could see Coherent absolutely rip. And it already is. It's starting. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. See them every single week. Breakdown. We break down all my moves there, my trades, buys, sells, calls, all that stuff, investments in real time. And there's a private Discord. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Take a sip of your coffee. Don't forget about that. I'll see you all in the next video.